Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
The Defenders talked to Detroit's top law enforcement officers about calls to disband the Minneapolis Police Department. But both are asking tonight, who do you call when you need help?
After months of waiting, we're finally seeing open signs with folks sitting on patios. Dining out in Michigan is back with restrictions.
But first, prosecutors say race played a role. A Monroe County man charged with ethnic intimidation in an alleged attack at a state park. Good to have you with us on this Monday for Local 4 News at 5. The victim in that alleged attack is an African-American teenager.
It happened this weekend at Sterling State Park, and police initially called it a racial assault. Our Victor Williams spent the day in Monroe as protesters demanded answers.
Well, in the midst of all this racial tension, this really couldn't have happened at a worse time, but that's the sad reality of this situation. This 18-year-old is now facing some very serious injuries because of what people are calling a hate crime.
No peace. This country, we have a situation we have to deal with right now. For me, Saturday, it got personal.
18-year-old Devin Freeland was supposed to be graduating from high school this Thursday, but instead his main focus is on recovering after losing 3 teeth, having a stitched up lip, and a serious jaw injury.
Black lives matter! That's all he should be worried about right now, is getting his diploma. But like many other Black people in this country, that's not what he has to worry about.
His teacher, Amanda Althouse, spent time protesting with the rest of his classmates and even family members rallying for justice. All this after investigators say this man, 42-year-old Lee James Mowat, allegedly used racial slurs towards Freeland and a group of his friends at Sterling State Park over the weekend. Witnesses say Mowat then went to his car and got a chain with a lock on it, hitting Devin in the face with that same exact weapon.
We need to be heard, and this needs to be talked about. This needs to be spread. People need to be aware of what's happening.
So far, Mowat has been charged with assault with intent to do great bodily harm, felonious assault, and ethnic intimidation.
We are lucky he's alive. We're fortunate that we still have him. So now we got to stand up.
Now, the NAACP of Monroe sent us this statement, which in part reads, Monroe, racial tensions are at a boiling point, and there needs to be some type of dialogue on how to change the racism and nepotism that exists. Now, another protest is set to take place tomorrow doing Mowat's arraignment. Victor Williams, Local 4.
All right, Victor. The Detroit mayor and the Detroit police chief announcing the end to the citywide curfew.
It was put in place to stem the potential for violence during anti-police brutality protests. Mayor Duggan made the announcement today during a news conference. He said that the actions of some agitators during early demonstrations in the city have waned. The curfew has not been enforced for the past 3 nights.
So let's get out now to Jason Colthorpe live downtown as the 11th day now of protests is underway. Jason.
Tristan Taylor is actually talking right now, one of the core organizers of this movement, and I asked him about the curfew being lifted, and he said, in our minds, it was gone last Wednesday when they decided not to enforce it for the first time. I also asked him about his meeting with the mayor and the police chief that's coming up tomorrow. He said he's looking forward to that. He is talking to this crowd about it right now. They're talking about what they plan to talk to them about, what things they can ask the city to fix, to change. They have a list of demands, and he has certain ones they think they can change immediately. The size of this crowd, by the way, pretty much normal, and we expect it to grow throughout the night, and we will be with them every step of the way. For now, we're downtown. I'll send it back to you in the studio. Devin, Kim, back.
All right, Jason, we now turn to the death of George Floyd. You're looking at live pictures from Houston as his visitation is underway.
As many as 10,000 people are expected to attend, but because of social distancing rules, a limited number of people are being allowed in at a time. Bill Barajas of our sister station KPRC in Houston tonight has more.
Well, the doors here opened just before noon, and since then we have seen a steady flow of people of all colors and backgrounds. You can see some of that crowd just behind me waiting to get inside. Everyone we have spoken to talked to us about change and the importance of being here to see that change through, all while paying their respects to George Floyd. The crowd was busted, the line taking twists and turns as thousands braved the Houston heat to say their goodbyes.
It's very astounding. You see all walks of life globally, internationally, And then something to be said is that it's a diverse crowd.
Those in attendance were asked to wear masks and gloves. Only 15 people were allowed in at a time and were given 10 minutes to view the body. Teresa Taylor brought her daughter. She said she wanted her to be a part of history.
He's resting. He looks very beautiful.
He looks very handsome.
Yeah, he's resting in peace.
Mary Ginn went to high school with George here in Houston. She says Big Floyd dreamed of changing the world.
Now, you did it in a bigger way. You did it in God's way. So now you're changing everything and everybody. And we're just grateful to be a part of it.
That change coming in the form of protests across the country, calls for justice and reform. Texas Governor Greg Abbott talked about Floyd's legacy.
This is the most horrific tragedy I've ever personally observed. But George Floyd is going to change the arc of the future of the United States. George Floyd has not died in vain. His life will be a living legacy.
And today's viewing is set to end at 6 o'clock. But again, there's still lots of people here trying to get inside because tomorrow's funeral service is for family and friends only. In Houston, Bill Barajas, Local 4.
All right, Bill. Well, tonight the defenders are talking to local law enforcement leaders and getting their reaction to Minneapolis City Council saying it intends to disband the city's police department.
Yeah, let's bring in Defender Sean Lay live now with us. Sean, that statement came as a shock to a lot of people.
Absolutely, and right here in downtown Detroit right now, we're hearing calls to defund the Detroit police, defund it. But in Minneapolis, serious talk, guys, about dismantling the Minneapolis Police Department. The defenders talking to Chief Craig about this, also talking to the Wayne County Sheriff. Both are not surprised, but both are asking the same question. If you get rid of the police, who do you call when you need help?
Certainly they have probably the right to opt out of having a police department. The question is, what are they going to do as an alternative?
Wayne County Sheriff Benny Napoleon is not surprised there is a serious effort in Minneapolis to get rid of its police department, citing a major breakdown in trust. But then, who do you call when you need help? Ideas floated out like on a call of domestic violence, social workers, not police, would respond. The sheriff telling the Local 4 defenders he's skeptical of the idea.
From my 45 plus years of experience going after murderers and rapists and child molesters, gangbangers, carjackers, and folks who are very violent in this community, I'd like to see who they would really suggest would go after those folks.
Right now, there is a call from protesters to defund the Detroit Police Department. But Chief Craig is not surprised. Officials in Minneapolis are actually considering disbanding their own department.
People in the city of Detroit want their police department.
The chief revealing to the defenders he is open to changing his department by first investing in mental health support for his officers and getting officers and citizens who have had major run-ins together.
I mean, because if you're going to make a statement like you feel that the department should be dismantled, then what are you going to replace it with? What is the plan?
Good question. What's the plan? But after days of protests here in Detroit and nationwide, Chief Craig believes that you'll see reform or restructuring of the Minneapolis Police Department and departments all across the country because of the death of George Floyd. Also, guys, coming up at 6 o'clock, the defenders talked to a man from Detroit, a Detroiter right here, who has been working with the Minneapolis Police Department on this very issue, minority police relations. He says he tried to sound the alarm for 2 years about problems within that department. Back to you.
Okay, Sean. Now to today's coronavirus numbers. 17 Michiganders have died in the past 24 hours with 129 new confirmed cases. And one important note here, today marks 2 weeks since Memorial Day, where we could potentially see an uptick in numbers. Now to video of something that hasn't been seen in Metro Detroit since mid-March. People sitting inside a restaurant and actually eating a meal.
Isn't that a concept? But today it all changed as restaurants reopened, though with new safety guidelines in place. Priya Mann is live in Greektown and really curious to see how busy it's been there today, Priya.
Well, I can tell you the patios are busy here at Pappy's and the restaurant next door. Restaurants can only open at 50% capacity, and they're taking a lot of precautions, from sanitary stations to having guests wear masks and call in ahead. Some restaurant owners eager to open, others are taking it slow, but overall the guests we spoke to, they say they're happy to be back. After months of waiting, the Hudson Cafe on Woodward opened to dine-in guests Monday morning.
I'm super excited to be back open. So for us to be closed 2.5 months, it's good to be back open. I'm sure I got on my wife's nerves, so she's probably super glad I'm back working.
The owner, Tom Technos, says they remove tables for social distancing and require guests to wear masks until they're seated at a table.
And we had extensive training all this morning. The whole staff came in early this morning.
He's hopeful guests will start coming back.
Yeah, it's going to be very safe to come back out. Like I said, we have all the proper protocols, safety measures in place, so please come out and join us. We'd love to have you.
But some restaurants are waiting to open.
We've been closed 3 months. So what's another couple of weeks to make sure you hit it right?
Moots Pizza downtown says they want to meet with the health department first. They want to install sneeze guards between booths and have several sanitation stations set up before they open.
We really weren't sure what we needed to do. So I feel now we're ready to know what steps we have to take, to get with the right agencies, and that'll guide us.
Over at Anchor Bar on 4th Street, social distancing stickers have replaced bar stools.
I think today everyone's first day back. Everyone is so excited. We've had smiling faces all day.
The general manager says they've ordered plexiglass to further protect bartenders who will be wearing masks.
I feel like you look into each other's eyes and you can hear my voice. There's still a bond.
You mean smiling eyes?
Yeah, smiling eyes, exactly. Can you see me smile now?
Yeah, that's one of the hardest things, right, is connecting with people when you're wearing a mask. Now, the mask is pretty important. You're going to have to wear one when you get to the restaurant. Until you're seated at a table, that's when you can take your mask off. And the best bet here is to call ahead. Either call ahead and book a table or go online. Many restaurants are offering online options so that you're not waiting outside. Now, coming up at 6 o'clock, we're going to hear from guests, some of them celebrating birthdays, others just wanted to get out and feel normal again. That's coming up at 6 o'clock. Reporting live from Greektown, I'm Priya Mann, Local 4.
Busy behind you. All right, Priya. We are off and running on this Monday. Let's check in with Ben.
Hey, Kevin, Devin. Yeah, we're at 80 degrees right now. We're going to be at 90 tomorrow, and if we hit it, it'll be the first time we get to that mark this year. Find out what is yet to come beyond it next.
All right, Ben, also the state laying out guidelines for reopening Michigan's casinos. There's one very popular game gamblers will not be allowed to play. Rod.
There is a field hospital in the state of Michigan for the COVID positive.
We need to protect our seniors and sensibly keep them safe.
But it's not been used for nursing home patients, and the governor's policy of putting COVID positive and COVID negative patients in the same building is causing problems for her in the legislature. We'll have the latest.